It is very easy for an Anambra man to refer to another Igbo man or people from Abia as Ndi Ogboa, Bia Ndi Ogboa. While an original Onitsha man, that's the aborigines, maybe due to educational advantage or perceived superiority complex, refers to every other Igbo person as Nwonyi Igbo. While an Abiriba man from Abia State will refer to anyone that is not from their place as Ndembofia. In today's video, titled The Igbo Paradox, a divided house, I will talk about some of the biggest issues that are bedeviling one of the most powerful race in the world, called Igbo. You know, imagine a race God made with every combination of potentials, you know, capable of making other nations envy. But unfortunately, this race has been using this crab mentality to their detriment. The billion-dollar question here is, why can't the Igbo agree to agree? Why? Why can't they agree to agree? Anyway, we shall find out in this exciting and interesting video after this intro. Hello everyone, Ogu Emmanuel is my name. If you are new in this channel, you are highly welcome. And a special thanks to all my returning subscribers and my esteemed viewers as well. Let's start. On ethnic line, the Igbos have lost a lot by themselves. So many things. You know, because of this disdain for his fellow brother, for his fellow Igbo brother, you know, a lot of Igbo people have shaded themselves with this name calling. For example, it is very easy for an Anambra man to refer to another Igbo man or people from Abia as Ndi Ogboa, Bia Ndi Ogboa. While an original Onitsha man, that's the aborigines, maybe due to educational advantage or perceived superiority complex, refers to every other Igbo person as Nwonyi Igbo. While an Abiriba man from Abia State will refer to anyone that is not from their place as Ndembofia. People from Onitsha, Anambra State, will call somebody from Ebonyi Bianwa Baklikia, or someone from Enugu like Bia Nwansuka. You know, this feeling of over specialness has cost Igbo people a lot from the federal and state governments. You know, this way of life has demarcated the Igbo in so many ways. You know, it has separated the Igbos, brought confusion in their camp in so many different ways. You know, that she could hardly come back together as one, despite our standing record in the area of doing business and many other achievements. Many people in Nigeria today knows the Igbo people as, they know that Igbos are being marginalized. There is no two ways about that. But what is going on today, which is not far from the truth, is that Igbo people are the ones, they are the people now marginalizing themselves, dividing, separating, creating evil boundaries, you know, to the advantage of our perceived enemies. Yes. The second one is this thing we call Osu caste system. So in this century and civilization, some Igbo people still refers to another Igbo person as an outcast. If not, how can an Igbo man refer to another fellow as an Osu? That is an outcast. There is this age-long stigma attached to the way we Igbo see each other because of this caste system of a thing. You will see your brother. You begin to see your brother somehow as no longer equal with you. Historically, it is only the Igbos and the Indians are the people who still up to today practices this Osu caste system in the whole wide world. You can go and do the research by yourself. So imagine a system where some Igbo people from a particular place, do not see his fellow Igbo person as equal. They see the person as someone sacrificed to the gods, someone who is not even worthy to live, someone who is just nobody. So the set of Igbo who observes this evil system makes sure they marginalize or segregate his fellow Igbo brother, his family and relatives as someone. They see them as someone unclean and unfit, unequal to mix or mingle with. In Igbo land, Osu concept has brought more harm than good. It has created a big gulf in our psyche. It is one of those things that made the cause of our voices not to ring together. We can no longer speak with one voice because you are seeing your fellow brother from a different angle or from a different view. The Igbos are always very good at blaming everyone but themselves for this self-inflicted injury on our body, Igbo. So the so-called freeborns in Igbo land, I mean those Igbos who believe that they are more superior than their brother or community, somebody that he shares the same ancestry with, he believes that he's more superior than that person. All these years, we have used this Osu stigmatization as a tool for division, which has never helped us in any way. And at the same time, we have given out our secrets, strength, and our password to outsiders because we are trying to denigrate our fellow brother before an outsider. We are trying to bring down that our brother because we felt that he is not of the same class with us. So, they say that charity begins at home, but in our own case, charity refused to begin at home. So it became an opportunity for others to control and manipulate us anyhow. An Igbo proverb will say, anyone who eats his afternoon lunch in the morning should be prepared to welcome Mr. Hunger whenever it comes knocking on his door in the afternoon. Yeah, he should be prepared. Onye ji otu rie nni efie. Ọkwa na ihe bịa ya dịkwa nkwadobe. Ihe ya na-agụrụ ga-aga. Ije ya na-agụrụ ga-eje. So the third issue is this, what I called along religious line. Religion is one of the biggest problem we have as a people in Igbo land. I don't know why. The Igbos are so religious to the extent that right from our ancestors, during the time of our ancestors, they believed that Chukwu is the supreme being. But any person or community is free, or has the right to choose any other god they can worship or be answerable to. Yeah. Igbo people, they don't believe in one God. That's why every community in the past, and some now, they have lots and lots of so many gods that they are worshiping. So that is the part of the reason the Igbo never agrees to agree, because they are not aligned. In so many ways, they are not aligned spiritually, and as such, cracks are always found at the walls of our unity. So hence, it is everyone to his own God, which our forefathers initiated in the past. What can we do? We have to take it like that, but we need to change it. Have you bothered to ask yourself this question in Igbo land? Why are some families that belong to a certain religious denomination does not allow their children share any marital relationships with other Igbo families from a particular or a different denomination? An Anglican will find it very difficult to marry someone from a Catholic family. So this part of the thing, this is part of the thing that can never bind us together as one Igbo with one voice. Instead, it will continue to militate against, to militate against the spirit of unity amongst us. The Pentecostals are not even helping matters. We have a lot of spiritual divisions, more than the physical ones in the land. Some Igbo person will see another Igbo as the darkness, because he believed, or he believes that he has seen the light. I don't know the kind of light you're talking about, that you make your brother, or you will refer to your brother as darkness. So the fourth issue is what I call a superiority complex. A lot of Igbo people are very fond of this. They have it at the back of their mind that their kind of Igbo are so much superior than any other Igbo or any other Igbo person in existence. They don't tend to agree in many ways, due to these complex issues. Could you imagine why would an Anambra man believes that they are the only Igbo capable of representing others due to what they feel that they are the only one who knows how to do business? Sorry. That they are the only one who knows how to do business. And as such, they see themselves as richer and more prosperous than the rest of all other Igbos combined together. What about this feeling from an Imo person, somebody from Imo State, who feels they don't encourage illiterates in their state? That they are the only person in the whole wide world who knows how to read and write. They believe they are so learned, they don't have to answer to any person. Is it true? Is it true that many people from there, also sees the other fellow Igbo, especially Anambra, as one that the only thing they know is only to buy and sell? So I don't know how true this is. That people from other eastern states sees people from Enugu and Ebonyi as a people with little or lower class. than the rest of the Igbos. Why must it be like that? Are they not Igbos like you? Were they created differently? They used to see them as people who are good at running errands and serving the rest of other Igbos. If this is not true, let me know. Please do go to my comment section. Say what you think about this. So if we should continue to hold this kind of stereotypes against each other, we will actually find it difficult to believe that anything good could come out of Nazareth. So with this kind of attitude, we are opening ourselves up for some careless penetration by people and forces that are praying for our downfall. That's why we can be manipulated easily. It's not that we are not intelligent, but a house divided is duty bound to fall. Igbos, let's wake up. So the other one is what I call language lines. Many Igbo people, when they gather together, they always argue about the originality of his own particular Igbo-ness. Yes, our languages are the best. They are the best fencing materials that many Igbo people use to classify, degrade, or upgrade another Igbo person around him, just from the part of Igbo, the Igbo language that the person is using. You dare not stand tall as an Igbo man if you come from that part of southeastern Nigeria where Igboid languages are used. I mean, those Igbo, that type of Igbo language that someone who uses Central Igbo will find very difficult to understand. That is what we call Igboid languages or Igboid language. So if care is not taken, you will be laughed at, degraded, because you didn't speak that standard Igbo. Igbo is Ube, that you didn't speak it. They will start laughing at you. I am saying this because a typical person from Anambra will sometimes refer to someone from Abia as Bia Ndi Oboa, or the one from Imo, Abia, will call the persons from Enugu State as Bia Nwansuka. You know, collectively, they will refer to one from Ebonyi who speaks. They can call the person Bia Nwa Baklikia. What about an Onitsha person, an aborigine? Onitsha person or someone from Onitsha are not those people who came there to do business. So they are not Onitsha people. We have the original aborigines, the first inhabitants of that place called Onitsha. Those people who came to do their commercial activities in Onitsha, they are not Onitsha people. They are just economic migrants. They came from different other areas of Igbo land to Onitsha in seek of their destiny. They are not people we call Onitsha people. So, these original Onitsha people will refer to you, any other part of Igbo land, or any other part of Igbo people, they will call you Bianwonyi Igbo, as if they fall from the sky. So, because they don't see themselves as Igbo people, that's why they will call another person from a different part of Igbo land Bianwonyi Igbo. Then someone from Abriba will call you Onyemba Ofia. Yes, it's true. So many a times we keep constantly reminding ourselves that we are not one. And we can never be one. But the truth is that we are one. It's just that we are refusing. We are refusing to blend. And if we are not accepting other Igbo language speakers as part of us, then we are making a way for strangers to use our languages against us. The sixth one is along political lines. That is what I call it. So this modern division tool called political parties have been effectively used against you. Yes, you. It has been used against you to create a lot of problems in our land. Political parties and politicians are today profiting from our vulnerability to meet up to their plan of instigating divisions amongst us. We are a very big tool that they are using to handle us. You know, we fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. They have re-engineered our mindsets to absorb hatred, self-destruction, denigration, fighting against each other. You see an Igbo man will continue to suspect another Igbo. Just walk through our port of entries if you are traveling outside the country, at the checking points, at the customs, at the immigration posts and other posts. You find out that as an Igbo man, the biggest problem, the biggest hard encounter that you get will come from a fellow Igbo man. I mean those security operatives there. The other tribes, they might clear you easily for you to pass, but a fellow Igbo man who knows that you're an Igbo person will try to organize something from you. They will try to take something from you by fair or foul means. Anyhow, they must make sure that you did not make use of that passage easy. So all these things keeps making us fighting against each other as if it is going out of fashion. Because with politics, it is easier to place us where they want us for their future use. Yeah. A lot of Igbo people are not fair to other Igbo people. I must tell you the truth. You have the you have the right to hate me for this. But I know that I've just told you the truth. So because of political affiliations and interests, even twins from the same mother, from the same womb, can be made an instant political enemies. You know, so that politicians can achieve their inordinate political ambitions by using our brothers who fail to understand themselves, who choose to be blind to the prevailing reality. In Igbo land, politicians of Igbo extraction are part of our problems. You know, they are now thriving in their businesses because they have ended up knocking our heads against each other. And we took it. We fell for it. The seventh one is what I called Onitsha Parados. You know, Onitsha is a well-known commercial city in southeastern part of Nigeria. Probably the biggest commercial city in the West Africa. So in that city, you will find the biggest cluster of people from many parts of Nigeria and beyond. I mean commercial migrants. But do you know one funny thing about that city called Onitsha in Anambra State? The original indigenes of that city are not into buying and selling. You know, or do they do commercial activities? No. They are much into education and government work. That kind of was bureaucratic profession. That's their major area. They do not have or operate any shop in the famous Onitsha market. I don't think, because I've been in the market, so I know what is obtainable there. I was once there. I know what is obtainable there. So you can't see any shop in that biggest market in Onitsha or Anambra or Nigeria. You can't see a single Onitsha man's shop there. I did not saw one when I was there. So they refer to every other Igbo person as Nwonye Igbo, which means Igbo person. So this disparity they created in Igbo land is what many other Igbo parts of Southeast emulated up to today. And we are paying for it. So this group of Igbo people here thinks they are more superior, intelligent, classy, educated, well-to-do, and that other parts of Igbos are their mumu. Something of that nature. Let me put it that way. I don't know of any other better words. That they are their servants. They are dumb. They are poor, uncivilized, and not worthy to be a first-class Igbo. So this kind of attitude has never helped the Igbo move forward. It has made the word unity to be very far from the Igbo man's language dictionary. So the 88th one is PhD syndrome. Whenever we use that word PhD, we used to imagine all these most of these professors in the higher institutions, PhD, but that one is not it's not the PhD we are talking about. This one is pull him down syndrome. So some Igbo will not rest until they bring a fellow Igbo person down from whatever height, whether it's in office, a position of authority that the person is holding. They will make sure they pull you down. That's the job of many of them. It's too appalling. So if you study most of the reports from the Igbo people in the diaspora, you will notice that there is hardly any Igbo community meeting or association that is not divided or with a crack in their wall, probably because of leadership tussle. They will keep on dragging. They will keep on putting their money in the coffers of those foreign countries where they reside. This Igbo community, this divided Igbo community, this faction will take the other faction to the court of those lands. And the government of that country will be making a lot of money from the Igbos. So when it comes to leadership, we have a very big problem. A lot of problems are abound. It's not only leadership. Let's do something about that. It is not moving us forward. So the ninth one is what I call Igbo Enweze factor. So whether you like it or not, Igbo Enweze, because they don't believe in one. If you can tell yourself some home truth, you will know that what I'm saying, that I'm not lying. Although sometimes we Igbos, we pretend as if it is working, but it is not. It is not. A typical Igbo person cannot understand how a single man, just a single man, who breathes the same air just like him, will issue an order as if he is some kind of God or what. That's how many Igbo feels. After all, who is he? Who is that Eze? Who is that Igwe that is telling us to do this or do that? Is he the one feeding me? Do I have to obey him? Why? Who is he? How much does he have? So many questions. The thing used to be our trademark language. A typical Igbo person is fond of asking, is he feeding me? And that particular question is destroying a lot in our psyche as an Igbo person, as a people. So sometimes you see, they'll begin to wonder, who is the hell is this Eze? What does he think he is? To play God, to play God over us? Because he came dangling his lordship over everyone in the community. That's why we should all run for him. No, we cannot. Who is he? That is an Igbo man for you. That's an Igbo person for you. You can be there as Igwe, Eze, or Oba, or I don't know what to call the chieftaincy seat, or whatever. Or whatever thing you think you are, but you don't need to be told that the Igbo people you are governing are only tolerating you. Because the people can change it for you. They can change it for you anytime your hand falls. Yes, they can change it for you. So it is a known fact that any woman who travels to the village, for example, does not even care about about the existing orders or law that came from the Igwe or Eze. Who cares after all? A lot of them, typically Igbo man will not even care. So if you reminded him that Igwe said you should do this or that, you just don't want him to answer you. Yes. So the thing, I don't know if I should say that the thing is in our DNA. But in the other part of Nigeria, example, the northern part of Nigeria or western, everyone will take orders from their obas, from their emirs, from their kabiesis, as if it came from the gods, because they have respect, fear, and reverence for their leaders, for their oba or emir. They are seen as the representative of God on earth. So this lack of acknowledging the power of a single man as the sole head is part of what the Igbo are trying so hard to understand. And it is part of their problem. So that is more reason why they normally have this authority and leadership issues and tussles here and there. So the 10th and the last one is the trust issues. So no matter how good you appear to be as good leader, it will not be enough to convince an Igbo man that you do not have a personal interest in that your office or political post. They will always believe that you have your own inside. No way how back here, man. So the Igbo people do not trust any person that claims that the job he's doing is a selfless one, that you are doing a selfless work. Let go again. Look at you. So they will always have this belief at the back of their minds that there is more that meets the eyes to that thing that you are doing. Yeah, akụbakwana aka n'anya, they know what they are doing, they know what they are saying. So, do you know why Igbo as a people, are too deep down into the act of buying and selling? So with this belief that, they have this belief that nothing exists for nothing. That there is nothing free, even in Freetown. That nothing is free. So these trust issues has affected it has affected almost every area of our lives. So we find it very difficult to trust our leaders, to believe that they can deliver. And that's why they always, since we don't have trust on them, that's why they always disappoint. Igbos, please, let's change this pattern of reasoning. So that is why Igbo people they are too curious. They ask a lot of questions because they want to know, they would want to know more. They don't even believe in trusting their leaders like all these politicians, pastors, even native doctors, their traditional rulers, business rivals, even some of them, their wives, Kamba direct, even their wives. You might find this absurd, but it is the truth. Since you are not their business, every other thing must supposed to be questioned. So in this trust issue process, the Igbo have in one time or the other made mistakes here and there because he didn't trust that man standing before him, promising him heaven on earth. They find it hard to trust the government and even these days themselves too. So finally, these are some of the things we allowed to be dividing us. The Igbos in the southeast, it is time enough for us to change our mindsets. Live as brothers and sisters. Support our leaders. Pray for them so that we can receive the dividends of the government. So please, as always, let me know from the comment section what you think about this video. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click like on my Facebook page. Ring the notification bell and do not forget to share this video. It will help the algorithm of this channel. Thank you. Let us meet in my next video. Bye bye.